Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to your Q&A, part 2 ahead of Game Week 12. We've already covered Sam's rapid rise up the ranks, up to the lofty heights of 991k, and my big red arrow down to 1.2 billion. Seen you overtaking me, Sam. Still feeling confident going forward?
I think so. It feels like a season
not quite the
where
confidence I was expecting.
You know, when you think like, this season feels like one of those seasons where you kind of go, yeah, I like my team, it looks good. And then
You're
Premier League
players
results
every week, aren't you,
yeah,
as well?
The Premier League results literally just don't do what you think they're going to do. And then you're like, oh, well, that was a shower of. And then the next week you go, oh, I really like my team. It's like, it's going to be great. And then someone else kicks off and you've not got... It's like that at the minute, isn't it?
Looking forward to Haaland's 5 goals against your team at the weekend?
1-0 Spurs.
I think that would be a bigger miracle than Ipswich 2-1, wouldn't it?
Miracles can happen,
Miracles can happen. We've got loads to talk about. We've got loads of people in the chat already. Before we do that, I want to just mention the sponsor of today's stream, which is Sleeper. For anyone that's watched any Fantasy Football Scout videos, any FPL family videos, any FPL Black Box videos, you know we're all very happy to be sponsored by Sleeper this season. We've obviously got the Champions League kicking off again next week. So there's a Champions League predictor game where there's some great prizes, up to $1,000, I think, every match day on that. So check that out if you haven't already. There's also, of course, the Premier League Pick'em game where you pick essentially the outcomes of results in the Premier League, and yeah, you can win great prizes off the back of that. Links for that are in the description. What are you predicting
this week? Who are you predicting is going to win that Spurs-Man City game?
Man City are going to win that game easy, 3-0, maybe 3-1. I think they'll probably concede. There's no Kovacic, is there? So I'm going for a City win. I mean, what would you say in that? What realistically? What are you hoping for?
I'll get my pick 'em up and I'll have a look. What have I got? I've got a draw. We travel well to the Etihad.
True.
So I don't think we're going to get smashed.
You are their bogey team. It's just surely with Dragusin and Ben Davis.
Romero will be all right, I think.
I thought he was ruled out.
No, Matt Van der Ven's been ruled out. I think Romero tends to get ruled out and then still plays. He's just had a baby, hasn't he? Like, who knows?
We'll see. No, I think Postecoglou's ruled Romero out. He said he's
completely.
Yeah, he's not available. He said he's not available.
Oh, well,
and he's normally pretty honest about.
Oh, he is very honest. If he said it, then he won't play.
Yeah, he's out.
I'll be all right. Ben Davis is great.
Maybe slightly less confident about that draw now.
Nah, I'll be all right. We do travel well up there. They let us get in, like on goal. They always let us score. So We'll see. What have I done? I've done a Chelsea win against Leicester.
Yeah.
I got Bournemouth beating your lot. What do you reckon?
Nah, we'll get a point. That should be a good match, actually. Yeah, I've gone for a draw. I think genuinely, of all the games you wouldn't expect to be a good game, like looking at it on paper, I think Bournemouth-Brighton is going to be a really, really exciting game. I think we'd probably take a draw, actually, at Bournemouth. I think they're a good side. So, yeah.
I got Villa beating Palace.
Yep,
I got
same.
Arsenal beating Forest.
Same.
Brentford beating Everton.
Same.
Fulham beating Wolves.
Same.
We're going to disagree on City and Spurs, that's fine. I got Liverpool beating Southampton.
Same.
Man United beating Ipswich.
Same.
And Newcastle beating West Ham.
Same. Doesn't it all look so easy on paper?
Yeah.
And
it's not going to be.
I've got about a 50% success rate this season with that kind of outcomes. So it just shows that even when you think it's going to be a certain way.
And the thing is, even when you get the outcome right, like I've been finding that when I get the outcome right in Sleeper, I don't get the FPL outcome right, and then when I get the outcome wrong in Sleeper, I get the FPL outcome right.
Yeah,
I'll have the right players scoring, but then the wrong result, or vice versa.
So you should probably go for a heavy Man City win, right? Because then on Sleeper, and then you'll get all the points you want from your Spurs players.
Well, I've only got Dom Solanke. Oh, yeah. Big Dom Solanke.
Dom Solanke. I was going to sell him. I'm keeping him now.
Look, last night I was there at the Tottenham Stadium. I'm there again on Thursday night for the Roma game. Like, I don't know. I'm all right with it. I think we get something out of that game.
Lee's in the chat. No first centre back for Spurs. Romero is out, according to Ange. Yeah, everyone knew that but you, Sam. Unfortunately,
I've been busy. Drinking tea, apparently. All right, well, that's fine. We'll play Dragusin and Ben Davis then. Ben Davis is solid as a rock. Ben Davis.
Haaland captain for me, and keeping Foden now off the back of that news. So we're going in very different directions.
Well, the last time we went in very different directions, what happened?
You beat me comfortably.
Yeah. You got that red arrow and I got that green one.
Well, looking at your team, I think that could well continue. My team looks a bit of a state this week.
Come on.
I know. The moves I'm planning, it'll look a bit better. But you need to tune into Black Box Night if you want to know what they are. It's not my Q&A. It's everyone else's.
I'm always in Black Box. What are you talking about? That's what Leo and I do.
I'll tell you after the stream. Don't worry. I'll tell you after the stream.
I'll be there anyway watching Black Box, but I want a sneaky insight, please.
Yeah, you get some spoilers. Then you'll be
excellent. Perfect.
Right, let's take some questions. How many people have we got in the chat? We've got 100 watching. Lovely. Good to see you all on this Friday afternoon. FPL Mackems in a similar state to me. Had a complete shove during the international break. Realising my team is now terrible. And I need a minus 28 to make it good again. 1.5 million overall rank. Well, 1.5 compared to me, you're probably about 2 points lower than I am. So, yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it too much. There's going to be loads of transfers this week, isn't there? Because the the fixtures are changing a bit. People are wanting like Isak and obviously Salah, and if you haven't got him and everything. BB Defender says the Christmas schedule starts here. Absolutely.
Yep.
Attaboy says afraid to use his wildcard. Top 90k still has the wildcard available. Would you be tempted to use it now, or is it just a case of use it when you need it?
I think if I was in the top 90k and I wasn't like thinking my team was on its knees, because to be honest, if you're in the top 90k, then you're probably already got the team that most people are wildcarding into anyway, right? So I just hold it and use it as like heading into game week 19. I mean, that would literally mean you're having to use it like on Christmas Day, which maybe you don't want to do. But I'd hold it as close as possible to the end of the wildcard window and then use it then. Yeah.
Okay. I agree. I mean, it's hard to say about seeing the team, isn't it? But obviously, if you've got the main hitters, if you've already got Salah in and like a Palmer and stuff, which I assume you probably do, considering you're 90k.
If you're in 90k, exactly,
yeah, your team's going to look pretty good. I mean, maybe like for Isak or to get rid of Trent to move the funds around, but Danish is in the opposite. His wildcard is active. I'm pretty jealous of that. I'm seeing some really, really strong teams going to that. QKA plus U0. God, what a name. Hi guys, I really want Saka. Should I do Porro and Foden to Hall and Saka?
Is it for free?
Let's assume so. There's no -4 in brackets.
Yep.
Like that? You think Saka's going to start?
Well, it's a risk, isn't it? But we've had this before with Arteta. Saka's not going to start, then Saka starts. I don't know. Porro and Foden against each other.
Yeah.
Two of the least informed players in the league. You know they're both getting like... they're both hauling, aren't they?
Foden, come on. The danger with that is, as I'm sure you know, if you do Foden to Saka and Saka doesn't play.
Yeah.
But I mean, Foden could not start as well. De Bruyne's back. And
yeah. And it's not like Foden's been setting the world on fire.
I think... I don't know. I'd do Porro to Hall, I think. I think I'd probably keep Foden.
Would you?
Well, I'm keeping him this week. I decided I'm going to deal with Garnacho. So Garnacho's going to go for me.
Why?
Because he's not going to play.
Fair enough.
Do you see any way in which Garnacho plays this week? He's just flown back from Argentina. He's starting with his wing backs and his like what position is he? He's not going to play. He's not going to play at left wing back. So is he going to play behind Rashford? Probably not.
Well, no, but then like, don't you feel that that's a little bit like that's a decision for this week? Like next week, Garnacho likely gets the start and plays well.
I can do Garnacho to Palmer. There's not really a doubt, is there, between those two? No,
there's not. To be fair.
Yeah, there you go. So what are we saying on that move? Porro and Foden to Hall and Saka. I'm saying no.
I would.
You're saying yes. Okay. Henning says Foden to Palmer.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, that was what I set out to do, but obviously I've got Garnacho. If you can just do Foden to Palmer for free, it's got to be done, isn't it? Really. I mean, I'm keeping Foden, but I'd much rather have Palmer in his place.
Yeah.
If I had the choice. Easy one. Sushant, hello again. Would you do Son and Vardy to Rodgers and Isak for a -4? Son out before City. I just always back Son to score against City.
I'd still do it though.
Vardy's out, isn't he? Or he's at least.
And Rodgers has got Palace at home.
Yeah.
And they've not scored they're not got an away win all season, have they?
I think Rodgers and Isak.
They've not kept a clean sheet away.
Yeah.
By more than -4 as well.
Yeah, I'd do that. I do that. I like that move. I'm getting Isak in before West Ham. I think it's just a good move, isn't it?
Yeah.
OGFBL. Hi, Sam and Az. Sandro, these are the questions we like. Would you start Pinnock or 8 Nori? There we go. Now we're talking. Sorry, just to interrupt. I have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 messages from Mark Sutherland since we've been on this Q&A. I haven't read them yet. So if you're watching, Mark...
Shall I text him? Go away, we're trying to stream.
I can guarantee...
Why is Sam replying?
Whenever I get 16 messages from Mark, it means he's stressed about something. So something's happened. But I can't focus on it now. Pinnock versus 8 Nori, sorry.
8 Nori.
Isn't Pinnock injured?
Is he?
Doubt. He's a doubt.
I mean, don't ask me. Apparently, I've missed all news about all things FPL this afternoon.
I swear he had a flag on him.
I'm going to have a look.
I'd start 8 Nori anyway, though.
I'd start 8 Nori. Yeah, regardless of that, I think I'm still starting 8 Nori. I don't think, even if I can see he has got a flag on him, to be fair. Hip injury, 75% chance of playing. Who have they got? Everton. They just don't keep clean sheets. They're allergic to them, Brentford. I'm still starting 8 Nori.
8 Nori any day, yeah.
Yeah.
Both concede. Yeah. Both concede. 8 Nori's got more attacking threat. Although, I mean, Pinnock he'd score ahead, didn't he?
But 8 Nori's got more attacking threat, so you'd go 8 Nori.
Yeah. Brian says, tell Mark to join the chat and send a super chat. When you're getting 16 messages from Mark, the chances of getting him to do anything are pretty low.
The rest of you don't want to see the messages either. Like... I don't think we need the chat spammed with Mark.
I don't want to see the messages. I'm going to put that off. OGFPL again. Would you sell Haaland and Johnson to Salah and Isak for free? Haaland and Johnson to Salah and Isak for free.
Yes, Daz.
Don't hate that.
I'm surprised you're not saying, I really like that.
Well, I think Haaland's going to go mad against Spurs.
I don't like you much today.
I think Haaland could get 4.
Oh, fuck. I really nearly swore then.
No, how did it rise out of you?
Oh, that was close to... Can you imagine how much my life would be ruined by not having Haaland and my team? That's my team.
There's a lot of people. I mean, Haaland was already obviously sold. I think he's like the second most sold player this week or something going into this game.
I would do this move. I genuinely think. Okay, so let's leave my Spurs bias over there by the cockerel.
Are you able to do that?
Yeah, I've left it over there. Right, Salah and Isak, both of them double digit this week. I think both of them. Haaland and Johnson, they both. If Spurs score, Johnson will probably be part of it. Haaland would bank on Haaland getting something from that game, but I don't think they both double digit. Like, I think Salah and Isak way outscore Haaland and Johnson as a pairing. Yeah, and I think moving forwards, Salah and Isak way outscore Haaland and Johnson. I don't know why I did all these movements.
They were nice. No, I think Isak is such a great buy this week, ahead of West Ham, and he could get a break. He could get a hat trick in that game. I don't think anyone's going to be surprised. Salah's got Southampton, amazing pick. I think Haaland's a good option this week, but you could argue that 3 of those are pretty similar in terms of point potential, and then Johnson's far and away the worst of the 4. So for free, I think I'd probably do that. To be fair. Sushan says, if you had both Haaland and Salah, who'd you captain?
Salah. Extra point for goal, extra point for the clean sheet. Even if they do this, as my love, if they do the same thing, Salah's going to outscore Haaland. Haaland's got to get an extra goal or an extra attack in return to outscore Salah.
You've changed since you sold Haaland.
I'm more fun.
You're like a new hippie girl with all your new shiny things and
many toys.
Old school, just like Sean Dyche, get my big man up top and get some goals. Works for Chris Wood.
But Sean Dyche doesn't have Chris Wood. He's got Dominic Calvert-Lewin, so it's not going so well.
That's true. At MHMD, and then a space and then a comma. Do you prefer Odegaard or KDB on a wild card? You can't get for KDB, can you? He's not played at all this season. Is he definitely going to? He probably won't even start, will he, against Spurs? No, exactly. The fact we don't know, I think, surely pushes us towards Odegaard, right?
Of the two, I'd go Odegaard. Yeah.
This is the two, Sam. You can't just add in. Actually, I'd go for Saka or.
I didn't. Of these two, I would go for Odegaard. I think he's the better option, and I think I prefer the Arsenal fixtures in the longer term as well. So if you're going, I think the reality is that you can. If you're going for Odegaard, that probably means you haven't got Saka. And therefore, at least you're invested in the Arsenal attack. So, yeah.
Do you like Odegaard as a pick, though? Like, there's obviously Havertz and Saka there as the two main ones. Do you think Odegaard is kind of in that bracket?
I think he's in the conversation. I don't think he's in. I don't think he's in the same. I think he's in the same bracket as Havertz. I don't think he'll ever be Saka levels. But then, for a couple of million cheaper, you don't necessarily expect Saka levels, do you? And I think that's the thing, is that if you go for Odegaard over Saka, you have to tell you're not getting a like for like replacement. So you just accept that maybe he doesn't ever get the numbers that Saka gets, but as long as he ticks over a return at his price point, I think he's a decent option.
Yeah, I mean, it was difficult last season, wasn't it? Because Saka was only 0.5 more than Odegaard.
Yeah.
I expected Odegaard to massively regress. He still got 186 points last year. Saka obviously got like 220, and it wasn't really an option. But now the fact there is kind of 2 million between them, if Odegaard is going to get that points per game that he got last season, he's going to be good value at 8.2 or 8.3, whatever he costs now. So yeah, I don't hate it. I think Odegaard's a fine pick. I think you can go for that if you want.
Yeah.
Luke, another person wanting to sell Foden. There are still some people with Foden. Everyone's lost the faith. I don't blame them. Foden, Jimenez, De Bruyne and Isak for a -4. That sounds good.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm on that. That's great.
This is the week for a hit, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
Good.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what I'm even doing this week. I still haven't decided.
Nando's or Five Guys?
Five Guys. Always a Five Guys.
I think Five Guys is overrated.
Oh,
Nando's all day, every day. Medium sauce, sunset burger.
I do love a medium sauce. That's my sauce. I have medium, but I don't have that. I don't have what's a sunset burger? I've never had one of them.
It's like chicken thighs in a burger with like a sauce and cheese.
I'm not
and stuff.
I'm not a thigh kind of girl. I don't know. I don't like a chicken thigh really.
I love a chicken thigh. It's very polarizing, chicken thighs.
No, I'm not interested in that. And if I see chicken thigh on them, no. I also don't like any meat with bones in it, so I can't deal with wings or things like that either.
You're bad as yells. Drives me mad.
No. And when we go to Nando's, I have a chicken pitta, medium chicken pitta with pineapple and cheese.
Pineapple?
Delicious. Yep, have pineapple in it. Delicious.
What? Sunset burger is king. There you go. Says FPL Malcolm.
But then, all right. So Five Guys is overrated. I love Five Guys.
It's like 20 quid for a burger and chips.
It's so expensive. It's expensive.
There's better burgers out there than Five Guys.
But I love a smash burger. That's the thing. Like, I much prefer a smash burger over a big burger. So whenever we get takeaway and it's a burger, I'm always like slightly disappointed. Or there's a new one local to us that we got the other night, which was a smash burger. It was really good. Don't know why I keep doing this. I don't know.
Well, Coors Burger in Hitchin are like the kings of the smash burger, I think. And there's a new place called The Shack, which is open, which is also smash burgers, which are fantastic. Ooh. So
when are we coming then?
Whenever you like. Whenever you like to try both those. We could do them back to back. We could do like a test.
What, one for lunch and one for dinner?
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah,
all right,
let's do that. We're now getting loads of like unrelated questions. Don't want to take too many because otherwise we'll take one more. FPL Yellow Army, Home Alone or The Holiday? It's seasonal.
Oh. If I'm in mum mode, Home Alone, because kids love it. But I love nothing more than when Lee goes out with his mates over Christmas. I watch all the like cheesy romantic Christmas films, and I love Actually The Holiday. Yeah, and The Holiday is one of my favourites. So of the two, I'd pick The Holiday, but I love Home Alone as well.
I'd pick Home Alone all day, every day. Wouldn't even consider The Holiday.
The Holiday while eating a Five Guys. That sounds right on my street. Maybe I'll send Lee out tonight. He could go out with his mates tonight, and I'll just sit at home and have Five Guys by myself and watch The Holiday.
Home Alone with cheeky Nando's. Lovely.
Oh.
Lovely.
But Nando's is expensive as well. When we go to Nando's, it's so expensive.
Yeah, but I feel like for like 15 quid, you get 2 sides, you get the chicken, you get the refillable drink as well. You don't get all that at Five Guys. It's more of an experience.
You can.
Sushi Addict. Sorry, I always get this wrong. Sushi Addict 94. Bringing it back to FPL. Would you do Foden to Saka or Solanke to Isak? We've already covered Foden to Saka. I think we both think it's... well, actually, we both have completely different thoughts. You say do it. I say give Foden one more shot. Solanke to Isak, though? Mark, that's what Mark's transfer is this week. I'm debating it.
I'm thinking about it as well.
Yeah.
But I'm torn on it because whilst I think for this week that's really good, I am also slightly like, well... Over the next few weeks, I do think Solanke could do quite well for Spurs. So I'm kind of torn. Plus, the money that I would need to do that was the money I had put aside for Saka.
Yeah.
So it would mean that later on, if I do that upgrade, which is like just under $1 million, isn't it? I would need then to sell. So my plan sort of at some stage was to do Gvardiol to Kanate. I would have to go lower than Kanate to free up the money to get Saka back.
Yeah, I think in my position, I'm just looking out my window and there's a house with Christmas lights up. It's the 22nd of November.
So I'm pondering as I'm thinking about putting my Christmas tree up.
It's a bit early, isn't it?
Well, sometimes
probably wait until December, you know.
So normally I have this rule: December the 1st. I put it up on like we have to have 2 because I can't deal with the kids decorating Christmas trees. It's a nightmare. So they have one upstairs. They decorate. I have one. There's just me. I decorate alone. Don't touch me. Don't touch it while I'm trying to decorate it, please. It upsets me. It has to look. I think I'm slightly OCD about the Christmas tree, to be honest. Anyway, it's always been the 30th of November. Always put it up the 30th. So when you wake up on Advent starts and there's a Christmas tree, it's lovely.
Yeah, so I can get behind that.
But now I'm kind of like, I feel like I just need a bit of like Christmas joy in my life now, right now. You know?
If Spurs do end up getting spanked by City, then I'll give you permission to get some Christmas joy and put the tree up. But if you get that draw that you're predicting, then I think you're gonna have to wait until the 30th. How about that? All
right, that seems fair.
Okay, deal. Sorry, Leah.
And can I have a Five Guys while I put up the tree?
Yeah, while you cry.
No, not while so I'm not in watching the game tomorrow. We're going out.
Yeah, well, you'd be crying putting up the tree afterwards because you know it means that Spurs have been spanked.
No, because I won't be putting it up until the 30th of November because we'll have won.
Okay. I like the faith. Not totally sure that's going to be right, but we'll see. Debanjan says, hi, Sam and Naz, would you do Delap or Solanke to Isak for a -4? I mean, Delap to Isak seems like...
I would do that. If you could afford that, I'd do that over selling Solanke.
Yeah, easy. That's an easy move. If you can afford... I don't think Solanke is an awful pick going forward. Spurs are still right up there for attacking data. And they're going to attack against City, aren't they? It's not going to be like a low block against them. He could come... Although the last time City played Spurs, Solanke basically played as like an 8, didn't he? He was just like... pinging the ball around the side and not making any runs into
in the
box.
cup.
In the cup, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I do think he could do all right up there. Son normally does really well up there, to be fair to him.
Yeah, I think he's fine. Brian says Garnacho priority out. I think so. I've got him. I'm looking to get rid.
Unless your bench can cover it.
Well, I just can't see how he plays at the moment because. Amorim has been pretty clear that he's going to bring in this, his system that he's been playing at Sporting. Is he going to play at left wing back when they got Dallo and Mazraoui there? And Shaw back now?
Right wing back?
I mean, maybe he plays at right wing back, but then that means dropping Mazraoui, surely. He's not going to drop Dallo. I don't know. There's too many unknowns.
There's a lot of unknowns, for sure.
I think if you've got a transfer that you can use to get rid of Garnacho, I would do it, and that is what I'm doing this week.
Yeah. All right, that's fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, if you're moving him to a kind of, another punt, then maybe you just keep him as a punt. But if you can move him up to like a Fernandes or a Palmer or a Saka or someone like that, I think it's a no-brainer.
Okay. I'll agree with you on that one then.
James C says, this is one for Lee, who's not here, but you can ask him the question anyway. Do you think the Mighty Reds are going to win the league this season?
Is Lee still in the chat?
He is, yes.
Okay, well, he can answer it then. I was going to shout to him. Tell him to come in here.
He's answered it already. He said, far too early to say, I'm not getting overexcited, but yes, we're going to win it all. And then a trophy, and then hashtag. You never walk alone.
Wait. Okay, can we just stop a minute? Because I've been saying for weeks and weeks and weeks that I think Liverpool are going to win the league. And he's been saying, no, humbleness. Last night he spent all this time at the Continent Awards telling everyone that he's been really humble. And then he posts that.
I'm sure that is in no way going to come back and bite him. So make sure everyone screenshots that, and then we can.
Did he also agree to get me a Five Guys if Spurs lose?
You just bias yourself for Five Guys. You're trying to put in all these. You're trying to put in all these ways that you can get one.
As I'm going to the gym again tonight. Last time I did this with you, I was going out to do that freezing cold class. Tonight I'm going to the gym again. In the morning I'm going to the gym, and I can't eat a Five Guys because it defeats the point of going to the gym.
Well, stop bloody going on about them then. You're only torturing yourself.
I'm not. The chat brought it up, and now it's.
That was ages ago. You're the one that's brought it up about 4 times since.
But it's not been in my head until the chat mentioned it. Now I've got this vision of eating a Five Guys, and that's all I want now.
I think you're going to the gym. You're earning the Five Guys. That sounds weird when you put it like. There must be people watching this like, what the hell is Five Guys? There's that interview, isn't it, when she's like, if you could go anywhere in the world, she's like, I'd go to Five Guys, and they're like, what? And she's like, the burger place, and they're like, that makes a lot more sense.
People come in at this point with me asking Lee if I can have Five Guys. It probably sounds really inappropriate as well. Then it's like, okay.
Just so you know, I mean the burger place. Sam means actually
5 men.
Five men.
I don't mean
that. Speaking of men, Raul Wood to João Pedro -4. Like that link.
Yeah, I did, especially as it's Chris Wood as well that we're talking about. Raul or Wood to João Pedro from -4?
From -5.
I mean, I don't think Raul Jimenez is a priority sell when he's got Wolves who can't keep a clean sheet. So I wouldn't -4 him out. Wood
to Ipswich next week.
Yeah, and it's not like.
I don't think Pedro's going to start.
No, you be careful. Because last week you threw me off the scent with Pedro as well.
Well, he didn't start. He played 11 minutes.
24.
Was it 24? 11 points. Sorry, 11 points.
Yeah, 11 points. I wouldn't do this. Not from -4. If it was free, I'd think about it. But I think both of these. I think Jimenez is good for this week, and I think Wood is good for next week. So
I would keep Jimenez this week and then sell him next week for
that's
Pedro
what I would do.
For free. Because then you keep Wood for Southampton, and you've got Pedro in for Southampton. No, sorry, Raul's got Wolves, isn't he? Jimenez with Wolves, and then Wood's got Ipswich, and then you've got Pedro for Southampton. There we go.
Yeah, perfect.
Delia in the chat. Hi, Delia. Hope you enjoyed the Content Awards.
Hello.
Last night, did you two meet? Did you see Delia? Last night?
We saw each other, and then we were gonna get a photo afterwards, and then I was like, we're not going anywhere. And then we stood downstairs for ages, and I was running around trying to find Reese because I had his charger in my bag and I couldn't find him anywhere. It's a long story. And I couldn't find him anywhere, and then we left, and I couldn't find Delia. I had to say goodbye. I did come looking. But...
Well, you can answer a question instead. What do you guys think about captaining Bruno?
I'm thinking about captaining Bruno.
Are you? Interesting.
I am thinking about captaining Bruno.
Over Salah?
Well, yes, that's why I'm probably not going to do it, because the last time I captained someone over Salah, Dominic Solanke, it didn't go well. So this week I think I'm just going to give it to Salah. But if Salah... I think it's a really good fixture for Bruno, and I do think he could do really well. So I think as a nice differential captain, he's good. I like it.
Yeah, I like it like in isolation. Like I think Bruno is going to get something against Ipswich and do well, but would I captain him over Haaland with Spurs without any fit centre-backs? Well,
if I had... Brent Davis. If I
He's
had
not a centre-back,
Haaland...
is he?
Yeah, he is now. That's where he always plays now. That's where he plays for Wales.
Yeah.
If I had Haaland and not Salah, I'd captain Bruno this week.
Really? No, see, I wouldn't. How interesting.
If Salah wasn't in my team, Bruno would be my captain.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I think he's a good option, Delia, but I think Salah and Haaland are both better, so I'd go for those. But if you want a punt, he's...
Spurs are going to win us. Come on.
Okay, what about Palmer? Would you captain Bruno over Palmer this week?
Yes, because lunchtime kickoff. Hate the lunchtime.
Yeah, so do I. I hate that as well. Basically, I'm bringing in Palmer to go against Salah this week.
I can't abide I don't like having people play in the lunchtime kickoff, let alone captain someone. It honestly ruins my whole mood.
Yeah.
And I've got a really nice day on Saturday, and I don't want my mood ruined by Cole Palmer or by you telling me that Man City are going to smash my team.
On Sunday, I'm going to have 0 players playing.
What? How?
All of my players are playing on Saturday except for Lewis Hall if I make my transfers, because I'm not going to have Salah, no Trent. I don't have Bruno.
Sunday's going to be horrible for you.
Absolutely awful. It's going to be awful. So yeah,
That is going to be hard times for you.
My suggestion for everyone is get a player in for Sunday, because otherwise you'll have a weekend like I. Yells and I are doing Hot Ones. You know the thing on YouTube, Hot Ones. Seen that?
No, what's that?
It's like a guy gets celebrities in and they do 10 hot sauces of like going up in intensity and heat, and he asks them questions.
Okay.
And Yells and I bought the sauces.
Oh yeah, I have seen this. Harry Kane did it, right?
Yeah, Kane did it. Yeah. He's had loads of people.
Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay's done it. Sidney Sweeney, all those. So Yells and I are doing that on Sunday. So I'm going to be literally burning my mouth off with no players, watching Salah score probably 5 goals against Southampton, then having to watch Bruno score 5 goals. And I already got told off because on Yells' blog last week, vlog, I was so miserable she had to cut out like half of the footage of me. So I need to, be better company for that. So yeah.
Well, I don't think Sunday's going to be pleasant for you.
No,
I think the best thing you could do is to turn off your phone and not look.
I think you're probably right. Yeah. I think you're probably right, but I don't think I can watch that Liverpool game. I am interested to see how Amorim gets on. It is the first match and what United look like, so I'll probably try and watch that. But
we've got a busy weekend actually. I can't watch the Spurs game because we're going to watch the script. No, I love the script so much.
The script is still going.
Oh my god, they're my favourite band. I love them so much.
They're in the car. Break Even came on. That's a script, isn't it?
Yeah, that's them. Well, every time they play concert, Lee and I go and watch. It's the thing we do together. So we've been to like 9 or 10 times we've seen them play now, and that's on Saturday night. So I'll be at the O2 in some restaurant with it on Sky Go probably, but if we look like we're going to lose, then I just might not watch because it would just ruin my whole mood. And then Sunday we're out for my parents' birthday dinners, so I won't be able to watch the Man U game either. But we will be obviously watching Liverpool before we go. So.
If Spurs win, you can go, oh, that's against the script. And then you can both laugh.
Way! If Spurs win, I'll be messaging you. You know that, don't you?
100%. Yeah. I'll be messaging you when Haaland scores his 5th.
Don't message me that. I'll be... don't try and deliberately upset me. Or else when Brighton are getting smashed by Bournemouth, I'll be like, wait.
One player we haven't talked about for captain, Real MK mentions Isak. Isak captain against West Ham?
Yeah, I like that. I don't have Isak, and can I go? I don't know if I want to sell Solanke. This is my problem.
He strikes me as someone who he could get a goal against City, and then he's got like Fulham and Bournemouth and Chelsea, and then you're thinking, oh, actually, I kind of want to get back into the Spurs attack. I think I might just ride with Solanke for like the season because he's playing 90 minutes, especially over Christmas. He's going to play 90, not a lot of competition. He's going to have spells where he blanks. He'll get a few goals. I think I might just leave him in.
I've got issues, you see, because I want to do that as well, because I think that, I think he's a decent option. I can go Wood to Isak. However, next week, Wood's got Ipswich. Don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
I'm so confused on what to do. I'm so confused. I should probably just roll. That's probably what I should do. But the thought of not having Isak on Monday night doesn't fill me with much.
I think if I could do Isak Solanke to Isak for free, I'd definitely do it.
Would you?
Definitely do it. Yeah.
Definitely do it.
I just think Isak there's more ways to points for him than Solanke. Solanke could end up playing in a deeper role, whereas Isak is always going to be in and around the penalty area in every game.
The only positive thing about selling Solanke, in my mind, is that I'm not going to care if he goes off. Because I'm just going to be happy for Spurs.
True. Yeah, true. It's a good way of looking at it.
There's always that.
Yeah. I'd do it. I mean, I was debating doing it for a hit. So I
no, it's free. It's free. But
free.
Ideally, wanted to not do anything this week and have 2 for next week.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I'm going to be really
the more I
jealous
think about not having Isak, the more I'm like, oh, I want him.
Yeah, I want him as well. FPL Malcolm says, Sam, you always said about switching Solanke for price point Isak all the way. So he agrees.
No, I know.
Isn't it
I
horrible when
know
you get-
I know it's the right thing. Like all of this is what's in my head. Like I know this and I know it's the right thing to do, but I absolutely can't stand having a team that's got no Spurs in it. And I also genuinely think that he'll do all right over the next few weeks. And would I be surprised if he scored against Man City?
Don't bring him
No.
into this.
What?
You said would.
Oh no. Would I be surprised if... I can do would to Isak. That's another option.
Yeah, but like you said, you keep him for Ipswich, don't you? I think if you've got Wood, surely you keep. I
don't know.
Surely you keep him.
so,
Dan James, Kuno or Rogers? I'm guessing this is for the bench.
But to play them.
I wouldn't want to bench either of them. But we have to pick
I
one.
wouldn't either. Well, then I'd bench.
I guess I'd bench. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I bench Cunha because he's got the away game.
Yeah. Although Villa have got the Champions League, haven't they? Oh.
Yeah, but
You're gonna whatever you do, Dan. I hate to say it, you're gonna get it wrong.
bench someone else is the answer to this.
If I had to pick out of the two, I think I'd bench Kuna because exactly like you say, it's the home game for Villa. But I would not be happy about it.
That's where I am.
Yeah. Thomas Doherty, start Mikalenko or Estupinan? Oh, sorry, I have missed a super chat from Fahad. We'll get to that in just a sec.
Okay. Mikalenko or Estupinan?
How have you ended up with a team with Mikalenko and Estupinan?
In my head, I was just,
no offense,
just
Thomas.
thinking the same thing. Well, I don't think either of them are going to keep a clean sheet, so it's just on attacking returns. Which
you definitely favour Estupinan in, right?
Yes.
Gotta be.
So I think that's what I'd do.
Yeah, I'm Mikalenko is at home, but no, I'd play Estupinan in that. I don't think either of them do particularly well this week, if I'm being honest. But as well back the one with a bigger upside.
Yeah.
This is from Fahad. Sorry, I missed it earlier. Haaland and Semenyo or Saka and Isak?
Saka and Isak for me.
You say it so confidently. You're just so anti-Haaland.
It's the Isak thing.
Yeah. You'll be so annoyed, though, if Saka doesn't start.
What was said about Semenyo today? Was there any update?
Semenyo's fit.
He's fit.
Yeah. Right. My answer to this is if you think Saka's going to start, Saka and Isak. If you think there are doubts and you actually trust Arteta to not be telling massive fibs, then I think I would back the ones the two who are definitely going to start. I think Saka and Isak are better options if they play, but I don't think I'd risk it this week. Because Forest aren't, Saka could start and it wouldn't be too surprising if Forest put up a good defensive show.
I agree with that.
Isak is obviously amazing and I'd love to have him this week, but I think I'd play it safe.
I don't know. I'm a little bit more risky.
You're a risk taker today.
I know. I'm enjoying this slightly. I'm enjoying the fact that this season we can sort of take risks.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying that.
Yeah, it's true. Right, we're going to finish in a second. We'll take two more. We've got 2 minutes left. We'll take 2 more questions. I'm just going to grab 2 at random. Eddie Casey, Sam and Az, would you do for free Watkins and Mateus Nunes? How did you end up with him?
Okay.
To João Pedro and Fernandes. I have Garnacho in already. Oh, I know. I feel the same. I must go shortly to mind my sister's kids. Thank you for that extra bit of clarification. I definitely wouldn't be losing Watkins.
No,
at home to Palace.
Not this week.
No.
Mateus Nunes. And I'm assuming that you have to do Watkins to be able to afford to take Mateus to... But could you do... I wonder if you... What if you did Garnacho down?
I think my priority here would be getting rid of Garnacho.
Yeah,
like I said earlier.
If you're prepared to make those 2 transfers there, what if you did Garnacho, made Garnacho cheaper to give you the money to make Mateus Nunes?
Garnacho's not a lot, is he? He's only 6'3" or something.
No, but if there's money in the bank, you might be able to
I don't think there will be.
Take him right down.
Watkins, I don't. I think my strategy there would be to get rid of Nunes for someone. Maybe even like a Smith Rowe at home to Wolves might be quite nice.
How much is Nunes?
He's like 5'1". Maybe like 5'5". He's not a lot.
4.9.
Is he 4.9? Bloody hell, that's even cheaper than I thought.
That's much cheaper than I thought. So you can't really take him anywhere to free up any money. I think I'd sell him, and I don't know where I'd go.
Maybe I would do it then. If that's your only way of upgrading Nunes to someone half decent, getting rid of Watkins, maybe you do it.
The problem is you've got problems there, and you're like, Mateus Nunes is a bit of a problem. Garnacho, we're saying, is potentially a problem. That's 2 problems in your team. Have you got a bench to cover 2 problems? Plus, if anything else happens, that's
this is what I mean. I think you need to be getting rid of one of Nunes or Garnacho this week.
Yeah.
And you want to be moving up, right? You want to be moving one of them up to Fernandes. And if your only way of doing that is by getting rid of Watkins, then probably do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like advising selling Watkins at home to Palace, but for free.
But if you've got Rodgers, maybe it feels better.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to say do it. You agree?
Yep. I'm with you.
Okay, let's
reluctantly, I'm with you.
One more question. I'm going to take. I'm not. So many people ask if João Pedro going to start. I don't know. Why are you still asking me for Brighton team news lineup advice? I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't play, but
that
he's arguably our best attacker, and he probably will play. I don't know. No one. Who knows? No one bloody knows. I mean, did you see Hertz were talking up O'Reilly and saying that he's not been bought for the bench and he's gonna? I can't work out what that midfield 3 is going to look like because.
Well, Hertzler's playing a midfield 5.
Yeah.
I mean, he's basically playing 15 players every week.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, really, like that 3 is like O'Reilly, Pedro, and then like Baleba. But that's incredibly attacking. There's no defence really there.
It's all right. It's quite fun having a team that doesn't defend.
That is very true. Yeah,
it's fun.
Spurs like. I don't know. I think he probably. I'd say he 60-40 starts, but I
Justice
don't really know.
for João Pedro. Get him straight back in.
Get him straight back in.
If he starts, I'm bringing him in next week.
Yeah, I think a lot of people will. He's a great option, even if he doesn't start every match. I still think for 5-5, he's great.
Yeah, I'm going to try and Larson to him next week if he starts this week.
Yeah, I don't hate that. Right, final question from FPL Yellow Army. Who's the best Trent replacement? Current back 4, Porro, Semedo, Gabriel, Lewis. Porro and Lewis sitting on the bench. Semedo, how the hell did you end up with Nelson Semedo in your team? I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, I hate seeing everyone's team and they all look the same. I love seeing players like Semedo.
This is a rogue defence, though.
That is a rogue defence, isn't it?
Trent, Porro, Semedo, Gabriel. Who's that? Gabriel and Lewis.
Well, your options are you move to like what, Konate?
Yeah, or you go down and to somebody like Lewis Hall or Ain't Nori.
Yeah. Well, Hall is who I've bought this week.
I bought him last week.
I like Hall. I think he's my pick of the 4-5-ish.
Do you know who I also like? Gusto.
Gusto, yeah. Now James is out again.
Well, I liked him before that anyway.
Yeah.
His underlying stats are. Oh, my laptop's in the other room. His underlying stats are really, really good. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Like the last 3 weeks, he's like top for attacking, like shots on target and stuff for defenders and things. I can't remember the exact stats. So my
FPL Yellow Army doesn't care about that anyway because he wants Van Dijk. I think he just wants us to confirm that Van Dijk's a good replacement.
Yeah, Van Dijk's a good replacement, but
would you go Van Dijk over Konate?
No, I wouldn't.
No, nor would I. I don't really know why you would. Like Konate's playing every minute. He's got goal for it. I just don't know why you'd pay the extra $1 million for Van Dijk.
No.
I'd go if you're set on a Liverpool defender, I'd just get Konate. If not, I love the Gusto pick given Chelsea's fixtures. I think that's really fun. Or Lewis Hall, I think at 4-4.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Nice. Right, that's it from us. Thank you, everyone. Great questions. I know we spent a lot of time talking about Five Guys and Nando's, but we got through quite a few today. Sam, do check out the sleeper links in the description for the Pick'em games. As I've mentioned, some great prizes, no fee, no gambling, anything like that. Just good old-fashioned picking the teams that are going to win and seeing how you do on a leaderboard compared to other people. Good luck this week, Sam. We'll be back next week. ahead
Wednesday
of Game
next
Week.
week.
Wednesday next week, yep, ahead of Game Week 13. And yeah, we'll see you all very soon.
Bye, everybody. Good luck.